What's going on, guys? JSkeleton with Random Guys today, coming at you with some more E3 videos, you guys and my friends. I apologize if you feel like there's been a kind of overwhelming amount of videos, but there's a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of stuff to get excited about. Ubisoft had their conference today, and I wanted to talk about my my top game pick from their conference. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff I'm excited for from each conference. I've just been choosing to kind of do kind of like my top game pick, which is going to be really hard to do for Sony and Nintendo because there's a lot of games just from Sony alone. I mean, just between The Last of Us 2 and Spider-Man, I don't know how I'm going to pick, kind of my top game from those. And then Nintendo has a lot of stuff to talk about as well. So, but this one I'm going to be talking about Ubisoft. So there's a lot that was shown off. As you guys can see with the gameplay behind me, there's Assassin's Creed Odyssey playing behind me, and that is because that is probably going to be my top pick, to be honest. That is my top game pick from Ubisoft's conference. So the one game that I was most excited for, the game I'm most highly anticipating from Ubisoft's conference, excuse me, from E3 2018 is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It looks great. Obviously, there's some assets that you can tell that, they've reused from Origins, but I don't think that's a big deal because, the story is brand new. The world is completely fresh and brand new. The world is gorgeous. It's absolutely stunning and vibrant, and I love vibrant colors. I'm a sucker for vibrant colors. And if you guys look at the gameplay, there's bright blue skies, and there's very bright blue oceans, and just the colors pop. Now, it did say at the beginning of this trailer that it was recorded in 4K. I believe it was on the Xbox One X. So it would obviously have HDR that it was recorded in. That said, I don't have HDR on my monitor, and the monitor I'm actually watching it on right now is my crappy monitor. I don't know why. I watch it on my other monitor, which is a good monitor. But for some reason, as I'm talking to you guys, because my camera's above my crappy monitor, I'm watching it here, and even on my crappy monitor, it still looks amazing. Which is, it's huge. So that's kind of why it's my top game pick. But there was a lot of other stuff that he showed off as well that I'm really excited for, like Trials Rising. We're going to talk a little bit more about Odyssey in a second, by the way. I just want to quickly kind of mention some of the other stuff, some honorable mentions, if you will. Trials Rising, I'm really excited for because I love Trials, man. I love Trials Fusion. I played a lot of Trials Fusion, and I'm just really excited for Trials Rising. And it's coming to the Switch as well. So if you guys want to, take it with you on the go, or just, if you don't own a PS4, Xbox One, or PC, then you get it on the Switch. And there is a beta you can sign up for as well, which is really cool. But another game that looked really, really amazing is Skulls and Bones, man. That game looks so good. It's kind of a pirate game. It looks like it was almost inspired from Assassin's Creed Black Flag. It looks like there was definitely a lot of inspiration from that game. And it just looks like a lot of fun, man. It's again, kind of like a pirate game. So, take the kind of pirate, and sailing mechanics from Black Flag, and just make a game out of that alone, and kind of expand on that idea, and you got Skulls and Bones, which I mean is still kind of like under explaining it. I don't think that's a really good way to explain it, but it's kind of the best way I can give an example of it. It looks like a really fun game. Again, there's a beta, you can sign up for that as well, and it looks absolutely stunning. I can't wait to play that game. Hopefully there's there's a more of a depth to it that keeps you kind of coming back to play it, because on the surface obviously it looks cool, but if there's not some deep gameplay and deep narrative and stuff, it'll get dry really quick. It'll get stale quick. So hopefully there's a lot more depth to that game. Another game was The Division 2, which we knew was announced a couple months ago, like a month or two ago, and we've seen a little bit of at the Xbox conference, but we've seen even more of it, a lot more of it during the Ubisoft conference, and it looks great, man. It looks way better than the first game. And the crazy thing is, I love snowy environments. I love the environment of the snowy New York in the first game. But there's something about the third game that just looks really cool. It's set in Washington, D.C. So you got the White House and the Pentagon and all that. It's all there. And so it just looks like a really cool environment. The story looks very similar to like a continuation, basically, of the first game. You know, the plague, if you will, not the plague, but I forget what they call it. I forget what it was called, but you know, the disease that kind of created all these issues in the first place with the first game. I guess is kind of similar with the situation in Washington D.C. But it looks really, really fun. The cool thing is they're adding raids as well, which are going to be 8-player raids. So that's freaking amazing. And on top of that, they're going to have 3 episodes, basically 3 DLC packs to come out throughout the first year of the game being out. And what's crazy about that is it's absolutely free. The DLC for this game is absolutely free. So that's a huge incentive to play The Division 2. And that kind of gives it a little bit of an edge over other games that don't, you know, have free DLC. You know, there's a lot of companies doing free DLC. I mean, EA is doing it with Battlefield 5, and I think it's time we see it a little bit more, man. It's a lot of studios are doing this more now, and it's huge. It's really huge. So, you know, Activision, I hope you guys are listening. I hope you guys are paying attention and you do this with Call of Duty and Destiny and stuff, man. Imagine having Destiny DLC for free, man. That'd be so cool. And Call of Duty, man, the maps, you know, the map packs, you know, that'd be so sick. But anyways, we're not talking about that. We're talking about Ubisoft's conference. So that's huge. That's huge. There was some other stuff in there as well. Obviously, Just Dance 2019. I mean, they announce Just Dance every single year. That was the thing. That I don't personally care for Just Dance, but I figured I'd throw that in there. There's a lot of different stuff. There's this new game as well. They showed Beyond Good and Evil 2, which looks really good. The graphics, man, the visuals, the world looks insane, man. Just the worlds that developers are creating nowadays with games is just absolutely phenomenal. But again, coming back down to Assassin's Creed Origins, I have to say it's my #1 because it just looks so good. I'm a huge fan of kind of like the Roman Empire kind of games. I really loved Rise, Son of Rome on Xbox One when that launched alongside Xbox One. I love that game. And I love vibrant colors. I love, you know, beautiful skies and oceans and stuff like that. And it just, everything looks very lush in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So the visuals just got me sold. And then the gameplay and just kind of like the art style and you know, the way it looks, just the theme, the thematics of the game looks like a lot of fun. So I'm excited for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. That's why I'd have to give it my #1 pick, to be honest. I believe, if I recall correctly, it comes out on October 5th, 2018. Which is very, very exciting. So again, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know if you guys are excited for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Let me know if you guys are planning to pick it up when it launches October 5th, 2018. And again, what was your #1 pick? If you had to pick one game that was your highlight from Ubisoft's conference, what was your #1 pick? Let me know in the comment section below. And you know, make sure you guys tune into our live stream later for Sony's conference, and tomorrow for Nintendo's conference. And the Nintendo streams are going to be on my Nintendo channel. You can find a link for that in the description below, youtube.com/JSkeletonPlaysGames. And hopefully I'll see you guys in those streams, as well as the future videos to come. There's a lot of games to get excited for, my friends. There's a lot of games to nerd out over. I'm just so stoked. Hopefully you guys are going to come along for the ride as we play through all of these games on the channel. And yeah, make sure you guys subscribe, comment, share, and all that awesome stuff. Hit the notification bell. Follow me on Twitter, JSkeleton92. And like always, until next time, game on.